So most of you know how to use chat, so the question is the prompt. For me, the main problem is that what I think doesn't mean anything to chat. To talk with the chat, you have to talk its language. For this, I use the simple prompt to ask the chat to help me. In this prompt, I'm asking that chat is professional and he will ask me the main questions that I have to answer to get the right prompt. And here I will write the same question as the last time. I want to research the solar panels. So with the simple prompt, I asked the chat to make the correct prompt. And here is the first draft. After that, there's some improvements that we should add additional information and some questions. So when I have the correct prompt, I will just open new chat and get the same prompt in the chat. So the problem is the same. We have a lot of information, but no reliable sources. For me, Wikipedia is not a reliable source. As we see, by now there's a lot of information that we can't fathom. It means we have the long form. We should export it to some kind of a whiteboard program. For me, I will use the Miro platform. For you, you can use whatever you like. By now, we have some ideas what we want to do, but by now we need the information. And to store this information, we use the service like Google LM. So we are here in the Google LM. We should create a new notebook. We should name it as we want. And here we have the interface. Here at the left we have the sources, here we have chat, and here the studio. First of all, we need the reliable sources. For this, we should find some books or textbooks. Firstly, I will use some well-known sources. For this, I will go to YouTube and find some kind of videos. As you see, here is some kind of webinars and short forms. To get the greater information, I will use the long form videos. So for some kind of a workshop, I will copy the link and insert it as a source. As you see, when I inserted the source for YouTube, the Google LM took all the transcription and make it as a text base. It means I can now inside this program get the relevant information. But it's not all. So by now I chose the 5 YouTube videos that I think are relevant to my research. Now I want to find the relevant textbooks. So I can look for manually, but by this point I'm just typing to find the textbooks. So it find some textbooks. I will look at them. Solar heating systems. Okay, why not? I will download. So the first book is like maybe 300 pages and the second book is 400 pages. For me to take this information in my head is quite big, so I just upload it to the Google LM. So at this point we have 5 videos and 6 text box. By now we can stop, but probably we need some additional information. To get some latest articles, I will go to SciSpace. Here I will type the question that I want to answer. Here is the summary, and here is the places that I can download some articles. I will put a PDF, and additionally I will put top papers. Here I can sort by relevance, citation, and so on and so on. I just put the relevance right here. Here I have the insights, I have the different summaries. I will take a few articles that I want to add to my research. For additional information, I will go to Research Rabbit, and here I will just add the question that I want to ask. Here I will add to collection. Firstly, I will add everything. Here I have different articles, papers, and here I will just download some of them to my research. So in the Google LM we have our sources, and it read all my books. It's probably few thousand pages. Here I have the study guide. I will just push the button and see what it's generating. So it generated the answer. I will just click it and see what it's giving me. At the end of the study guide, I have the key terms. For better understanding, I just copy all of it to my Miro. So where are we? We have the knowledge base. We imported to Google LM. So I get the task for chat to generate concept map based on our previous copied text. And at this point it generated the code, and we will import it to the Draw.io. So for this I will go to Draw.io, just create new diagram, and here I have a blank page. Here I will insert as a memory code just copy here and paste here. At this point I have the concept map that I was generated from the small text that I had previously. Here I can modify, I can move, and have different opportunities. As we see, it's quite a big map. I will just export it as a picture. Now I imported the map to my Miro, but main problem is that I can't modify it here. To modify my map, I will return to Draw.io and add additional things. This mind map or concept map idea is needed to relate key concepts and look at visually, are they connected or right and wrong. So after the concept map, we can look at the concept map. I see the ideas that they're generated. Based on that, we can go back to the Google LM and ask additional information. And this is the feedback loop that we are talking about. After that, when we are ready to export our ideas, we should use the Google LM to outline the slides for us. So here is the generated slide deck for us with all the references that we need. For example, we can see where is the taken the information, and additionally we can export it. So here we have the slide deck, and let's start with the title slide. title slides, we can use different programs, but for this example, we will use simple PowerPoint. So I took the text, put it in the chat, and got the raw file. As you see, this raw file is quite ugly, and to this I will just use built-in design features. Firstly, I will use the school theme. After that, I will put a widescreen file, and now I have the base output. First file will be the main slide. Now we have the first slide. Here, as we see, it's quite ugly. We can use some designer ideas. For example, let's put it like this. So we have the slides with the built-in designer help. As we see, they got a little bit better, but they can be a little bit better. So here I will take the second slide, which is something like this one, and I want to add a little bit more ideas. For this, the most easiest way is to take the first point and return to the Google LM. Here I just entered the first bullet point and got the answer from Google LM. I will just copy it and paste it in the my row. Here in the PowerPoint I can also put it at the speaker notes. So as we see, we have the slide, we have the talking points, but I think we can get a little bit more information. For this, I will just open Napkin. The Napkin is a simple text-based program. Here I will just paste all the information and see what it's giving me. Here it's giving me different ideas. Let's put, for example, this one. So we have a little bit cleaner interface. To use it, I will just download the SVG file. I will download it and go back to the Google Slides. Here I will take the new slides and just drop it to the slide. So at this point I took the basic idea from this slide and expanded a little bit. For graphics I use Napkin. Here in the speaker notes I have the ideas, and to speed up our process I will just delete the last slides. And the final slides, it's just an end slide. At this point you can leave the one slide or just delete it. I will just delete it. So we have the slides, we have the speaking notes, and because we used Google LM, we understand that these ideas here are relevant to our field. So at this point we have the slides with 4 slides, but we can expand it with our knowledge and the framework. Now that I have my slides ready, I will take the speaker notes and adjust them a little bit. So I took the one text from one slide and generated the transcript. Now I will go to, for example, page N. Firstly, I need the slides. I will go back to the slide deck and just export it everything. So at this point I just exported all my files as PNG files, and I will go back to Agent and just import all the assets. So here I imported the slides to Agent, and now I should add the script. I will take the script that chat made and put it here. So let's summarize. Firstly, took the chat. We used the chat to specify what we want to understand. With this, we generated the prompt. This prompt was needed to get the general idea what we want. After that, we took our datasets, which consisted from YouTube videos, about 5 videos. We searched the longest video that we have. Then we took from VDoc 6 textbooks. Each textbook was at least 200-300 pages. Then we took the articles from CSpace, 4 relevant articles to our topic. We took something from Google Scholar, additional 4 books and articles, and something from Research Rabbit. All of this we imported to Google LM, and after that we got a summary. This summary was generic and looked at all the sources. From this we got the key terms and further ideas. To get a little bit faster in our movement, we just took the first questions. For this we asked the questions, and with this we generated the concept map. In the concept map we can see the connections and the linking words, and here is the part where the teacher should look at critically and understand what is missing and what should be added. For this research we get the new information again from Google LM and modify our knowledge. When we're satisfied with our map and our knowledge, then we will generate the slides. Again, basically we took all the information and generated generic 10 slides. As you see here, they are just bullet points. To expand on those bullet points, we just took again information from this generic bullet points and feed it to the Google LM. In Google LM we got more specific information that is more specific to our needs. After that we took the ideas and the visuals from Napkin and generated new slides. At this example we took only 4 slides, and when the slides were ready we just generated 2 things. One was the pictures and others were the script for those pictures, and everything was imported to Agent, and the results are as follows. So see you on the workshop.
Welcome. Estonia is a small country in Europe with a unique energy situation. Estonia is the only country in Europe with a significant oil shale mining industry. Historically, it has relied heavily on oil shale for electricity production. In 2008, around 93.6% of Estonia's electricity was generated from oil shale. The country's energy system is characterized by a regional economic complex involving electricity production, oil shale mining, and processing. Estonia's electricity sector has been largely dominated by a state-owned enterprise, Eesti Energia, which controls generation, transmission, distribution, and retail sales. The energy infrastructure was developed with a focus on electricity production in Narva. As part of the Baltic states, Estonia faces the challenge of breaking up monopolies and developing free electricity markets. Estonia's electricity production is primarily based on oil shale, a carbon dioxide-rich fuel that contributes significantly to high greenhouse gas emissions. Estonia is the only country in Europe with a significant oil shale mining industry, with 95% of its electricity produced by oil shale power plants. The combustion of oil shale leads to substantial carbon dioxide emissions. CO2 emissions saw a sharp decrease after 2020 due to a reduction in oil shale-based electricity production. This was largely driven by the shutdown of older oil shale units. Trends in carbon dioxide emissions closely mirror energy generation trends, demonstrating a direct link between fuel use and emissions. In a modeling scenario, the consumption of oil shale is projected to decline by almost 50% after 2020. Comparative analysis of energy production scenarios reveals that the HYB scenario, which includes a nuclear power plant, is advantageous due to the absence of CO2 emissions. In contrast, the REF scenario, which relies on oil shale, continues to produce high emissions. The combustion of fossil fuels is a major contributor to global warming. Fossil fuels, including oil, coal, and natural gas, are a primary source of energy worldwide. However, their use results in the emission of greenhouse gases, which intensify the greenhouse effect and contribute to global warming. Burning fossil fuels releases carbon dioxide, CO2, and other pollutants into the atmosphere, trapping heat and accelerating the global warming process. For example, burning a gallon of petroleum produces approximately 25 pounds of CO2, while burning a ton of coal results in around 7,000 pounds of CO2 emissions. Fossil fuel combustion significantly increases greenhouse gas, GHG, emissions, which include CO2, methane, nitrous oxide, and other gases. These gases absorb and emit infrared radiation, trapping heat and further driving global warming. The energy sector is responsible for nearly 85% of GHG emissions in the European Union, making it a major contributor to climate change. The reliance on fossil fuels not only poses environmental challenges, but also creates social unrest due to the unequal distribution of these resources. Transitioning to renewable energy sources, such as solar, wind, and biomass, is essential to mitigate climate change. Renewable energy releases little to no carbon into the atmosphere and offers a more sustainable energy solution. Estonia's heavy reliance on oil shale for electricity production raises significant environmental concerns. Oil shale is a carbon dioxide-rich fuel, and its combustion produces substantial greenhouse gas emissions, contributing to global warming. In 2008, 93.6% of Estonia's electricity was generated from oil shale. This high dependency makes the country particularly vulnerable to the environmental impacts of this fuel source. The use of oil shale is a primary driver of Estonia's high levels of carbon dioxide emissions, directly linking the energy sector to climate change. Estonia's CO2 emissions from the energy sector are expected to decline as oil shale consumption decreases. The country's environmental policy is aligned with the European Union's stringent climate regulations, which place significant pressure on Estonia to reduce its greenhouse gas emissions. In summary,